Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and honestly, right now is one of the best times to be an Overwatch player, and honestly, just a great time to be alive. Actually, no, this is just a good time to be an Overwatch player. We just had the Winter Wonderland event, New Year's just happened, and a brand new competitive season, and just around the corner, we're gonna celebrate not only the 2020 Lunar New Year, but also everyone's favorite day, my birthday! Yeah, nobody cares about that. But I'm especially excited for this year's Lunar New Year event because we just saw with the Winter Wonderland event that they are still trying their best to update the events with not just a few skins. They brought us a good handful of items, a cute highlight intro, and also, more importantly, a brand new May game mode in the form of May FFA Snowball Offensive. And I know for most veteran players that might not be a lot compared to what we got in the first and more importantly second year of events, and I just say constantly time and time again, this is the fourth year of Overwatch events. What do you honestly expect from Blizzard and the Overwatch team when it comes to the fourth year of these events? Do you expect more skins than just the handful of ones that we've been getting, or more items on top of the skins, or maybe you want specific maps to be redecorated to match the theme of the event, or maybe you want full-blown game modes to make the event worthwhile to play? And that's why I make these videos, to not only talk about the expectations that we more or less know that we're going to be getting, whether it's the start date skins, but also just to give some ideas for skins, for map ideas, or maybe even game modes. And that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be making my normal expectations video, but I also want to leave it up to you guys to see what you really expect from the 2020 Lunar New Year event and overall just for future events, because that way we can be a little bit bratty and say what we want, but we can also be a little bit constructive and give feedback on what we would like to see for future events. Are they just skins, we don't care about the game mode, or is it vice versa? But as of right now, we have some heavy expectations to be gearing up for the 2020 Lunar New Year event, and every single year it celebrates a different animal. The previous years it's been a rooster, a dog, and a pig, and this year it is gonna be the year of the rat. I'm gonna be expecting heavy emphasis and inspiration from Junkrat because it's literally in his name, Junk Rat. You can't have the Lunar New Year 2020 without the rat himself. And the in real life Chinese New Year celebration will be taking place on January 25th, and that is a Saturday. Now, if you guys don't know, the Lunar New Year is never on the same date because the Chinese calendar doesn't follow the same traditional calendar that we have here in America. But think of like how we celebrate Thanksgiving, how it's never on the same day in November, but it's always on, I think it's the third Thursday of the month, but you often see it fluctuate between January and February. So we don't ever really know when the event is gonna drop, but we can make an educational guess based on past events, but more importantly, when the Overwatch League is going to start. The closest in real life Chinese New Year's celebration to land closest to January 25th in the past 3 years was in 2017, which was January 28th. So the Overwatch event took place a couple days before and was on January 24th and ran all the way through February, and that was on a Tuesday. That's when most patches and events and updates do happen. But then the next 2 years, they both were on a Thursday, which was a little bit weird, but it's gonna get even more weirder when it comes to the event for 2020, because what I'm going to be assuming is going to happen is that the Lunar New Year event will be taking place on January 17th of this year. That is on a Friday, which I think there was one event that dropped on a Friday. I can't really remember, but the reason why I'm not going with the closest Tuesday, which would be January 21st, is because when the Overwatch League third season finally starts, it will be on February 8th. And when it comes to events, Overwatch really shouldn't be overlapping events because they should be promoting the Chinese New Year event for 1 month and then the Overwatch League for the other month. If it were to start on that Friday, or heck, even that Thursday, January 16th, not only can you have a clean 3 weeks of the Chinese New Year event, but then it would be an easy transition from the Chinese New Year event to the third season of the Overwatch League, where they can promote all these new skins and colors. Because if you guys don't know, the Florida Mayhem just got new colors, which means they want to try to sell as much Overwatch League skins as possible, along with the Valiant also getting new colors, and they want to promote their new skins. So that's why I'm going to be assuming that's going to be happening sooner rather than later, because while it would be sort of traditional to have it on the Tuesday before the actual Chinese New Year event, it doesn't hurt to have it like 3 or 4 days before when it would traditionally drop. I know I kind of spent a lot of time on the start date, which is probably not necessary, but I just want you guys to know when you can kind of expect the event, because so many people were wondering, I think, when the Halloween event was going to drop, and they were sending so much hate towards Blizzard because they weren't dropping the event, when you also have to realize that there is a marketing team at Blizzard that has a calendar set for when each and every single event, not just the traditional events, but also the Overwatch League events, the All-Star events, maybe even some skin challenge events are going to drop. And when it comes to scheduling for not only the Chinese New Year event, but also the Overwatch League event, you have no overlapping and maximum promotion to make the top dollar for your company. Now, even though a lot of people are going to be excited for the third Overwatch League season, more people are going to be excited for the Chinese New Year event. That's just how it is. But what can we be expecting this year when it comes to the skins, when it comes to the items? Who are we going to be seeing in a different outfit this year for the year of the rat? Boy, it's Junkrat. Junkrat has to get a skin. They didn't give Roadhog a skin for the year of the pig, understandably, because, well, he did literally get a pig skin in the first Chinese New Year event, the year of the rooster, but come on now, Junkrat, he only has one epic skin. It's not even all that great, and that was, what, 3 years ago? It's the year of the rat. Have more emphasis on a hero that is inspired from the actual animal that is celebrated in this year in the Chinese calendar. Now, Sombra mains, Soldier mains, even Lucio mains, I get it. There are lots of heroes out there that are dying for a Chinese New Year skin. I don't know. When it comes to the Chinese New Year event, I really think that this is where people kind of forget that their main doesn't have one. When it comes to Halloween, everybody loves that holiday. And when you get one of the most popular fan bases like Diva that still don't have a Halloween skin, there's going to be a big outcry. But sometimes I feel like the Chinese New Year event kind of gets forgotten about, especially here on the western side of the world, because it's the Chinese New Year event. I don't think a lot of people have enough appreciation for Chinese culture, which is not to say that they shouldn't. They really should, but we've seen a lot of the skins, items, and just everything from the Chinese New Year event have some heavy inspiration from just Chinese culture. I mean, obviously, duh, it makes sense. Blizzard has taken inspiration from Chinese generals that really only Chinese history buffs can appreciate, along with other cultural things that are obviously tied with the Chinese New Year event. So when it comes to like specific heroes, I imagine it could be somewhat hard because they want to make the hero somehow tied into the Chinese culture, but that can be kind of hard when you have a Mexican hero like Sombra that is obviously heavily Mexican. Not to say Mexicans can't celebrate the Chinese culture, but it's somehow hard to transform them to represent something in Chinese culture. But hey, maybe it's possible. They've done it with super white heroes like Tracer from London, so it's definitely a possibility. But when it comes to Junkrat, here you gotta make him into a rat. Make him into the Rat King, but get rid of the Rat King aspect. Just make him a naked mole rat. I don't know. I will make a separate video talking about skin ideas like I always do, but another thing that I want to talk about very quickly is that Irisa needs another Chinese New Year skin. I know she got one last year, but she's lacking. She's the most OG hero with the least amount of skins, so make her into a dragon. That's a heavy celebrated creature in the Chinese culture, and I know she got the lion skin last year, but she needs a full dragon skin. I don't know if she represents a dragon necessarily, but then I remember dragons aren't real, so a dragon can really look like anything, and Irisa can definitely form into that cliche dragon figure. But what about the game mode? What about the thing that most people always point to that they're not changing, but they never play because they're always playing competitive? Kefri, I'm looking at you. I saw you hate on Junkenstein's Revenge, but I've never seen you play Junkenstein's Revenge. Love you, buddy. But what about the game mode? What can we expect? A little stupid idea that I came up with, which in a sense every idea I come up with is stupid, is to have a 3-point capture the flag system. Now I know that sounds stupid, which is why I preference this idea with that, because we've never seen a game mode where it has 3 teams of 3, 3 teams of 4. I don't know how many people would be on a specific team because it's always been a 6v6, a 3v3, a 4v4, or a free-for-all. Never had 3 teams of whatever. But I think this would be a good experimental game mode to have in Overwatch because not only would it be a different dynamic because you do have that additional team, but it'd be just enough of a change of that game mode that we've had for years on end to where you can prefer one game mode over the other. The traditional competitive 6v6 mode or the brand new 3v3v3 capture the flag mode. We already have dedicated capture the flag maps, so to shift the capture points to different areas of the map to kind of form like a triangle, I don't think it would be too hard, and it'd be fun enough to at least experiment with, because when you really think about it, to make a brand new game mode would be hard, but to really just change the capture points and to add another team, I don't think it could be that difficult. I mean, I'm sure anyone can really do that in the game browser right now, but to have an official 3v3v3 capture the flag mode, I think it would be really fun. I don't know how the meta would be, I don't know how the gameplay would be, but this is where Overwatch can experiment with new stuff that we've never had before. I mean, 3v3 and 4v4 was amazing, so keep making innovative and dumb ideas, or don't, and leave the dumb ideas for me to come up with, and then people hate on me and not you, Blizzard. But ladies and gentlemen, hot gamer boys and e-girls everywhere, that is what I think you should be expecting from this year's Lunar New Year event, Year of the Rat. I will go into more details about skin ideas because it always seems like the comment section always has the best skin ideas that I probably will want to feature in the future video. But until then, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I seriously can't wait for this year's event because I saw with the Winter Wonderland event how amazing they did of a job with that. So this year, I think things are going to be great. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.